Scouting bets week 12. Week 12 is here. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. We have a couple Thanksgiving Day games. Shout out to all the Native Americans out there as well. But these are all of the games so far. You have 3 games. You have Bills, Lions, Giants, Cowboys, Patriots, Vikings, and then you have the rest of the Sunday games with Monday, Steelers, Colts. Week 11's in the books. It was a good week. We won some money. It was definitely a good week, but we need to keep winning. It's been a crazy season so far. So definitely, if we can get another good week like that, it's going to be a really good Thanksgiving Day dinner. But I'm just going to just shout out or just list off a few things that I've looked up this week for these Thanksgiving Day games. Favorites on Thanksgiving are 33 and 16 against the spread since 2005. So once again, just firing off a couple things that you guys, maybe this helps some of you guys out there. Favorites, once again, on Thanksgiving are 33 and 16 against the spread since 2005. Bill Belichick. Big Belichick is 5-0 versus the Vikings. I did not know that. He's never lost. Bill Belichick has never lost to the Vikings. In the total series, the Patriots are 9-4. A couple random losses in like the 1970s, but for the most part, the Patriots has had the Vikings number. So Vikings are favored in that game, but history is not on their side. But mind you, Patriots in that span had a lot of great players. Tom Brady. Randy Moss was on the team, I think, in one of their victories. I mean, it was a completely different team than what they are now. The Patriots, their offense scored 3 points last week, and they won by a punt return. So different kind of team, but that is a crazy stat to see that Belichick is undefeated. Patriots as a whole has beat the Vikings 9-4. Lions are on a 3-game win streak under Dan Campbell. Lions play everyone tough. Been saying that, for the last couple of weeks. Lions are not a pushover team. They've already won more games than they did last season. So shout out to the Lions, overachieving right now, doing better. Also, the Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? Cowboys are 1-10 against the spread on Thanksgiving Day games. 1-10. That's their last 11 games. They are 1-10 against the spread on Thanksgiving. So just some interesting facts there. In these games, I think right now the Bills, that point spread is way too high. The -9 against the Lions. The Lions team, that is tough. Lions are home. I know the Bills have been playing there as well, but I love the Lions there at plus with the points there all day. I just think people are just giving the Bills too much credit, and they're just living on how the Bills should be playing, but I just don't see a blowout here. Some people do, but I just don't see a blowout against the Lions team. They're playing tough for Campbell. Defensively, they're playing really good. I know they have an injury. One of their star corners is hurt, but the Lions are playing really, really well. Their defense, they're making plays. They're creating sacks. They're getting interceptions. Say what you want, with their record, but they will play you tough every single week, no matter who you are. I definitely love Lions there with the points. I don't know about taking them plus 350. If you're a bold man, why not? And I love the Giants with the points. Same thing. Yeah, the Cowboys, did they handle the Vikings? Absolutely. I did not see that coming. I am so happy I stayed away from that game. I did not see the Cowboys just completely destroying the Vikings. Maybe the Vikings just did too much and used too much energy against that Bills game with that crazy comeback and, traveling and this and that. But I think, giving them that many points is a lot for a divisional opponent. I mean, yeah, the Giants, they run the ball, they play defense. That's the Giants' MO. They're not a team that lights it up. I think that spread is an overreaction to the Cowboys beating the Vikings because they handle them. But I think a 9.5, even 10, that's way, way, way too high for a divisional opponent, especially this season where we've seen where a lot of these big spreads, these 7, 8s, 9s, they've been losing. These high spread favorites has been losing this season. So I like the Giants there with the points. And I did list off how the Patriots pretty much have whooped on the Vikings for years, but the Patriots, man, they only put up 3 points last week. I took an in-game under with a total of 15.5 and a hit. They won on a punt return. The Patriots have a really good defense, but I just think when you just can't score, this is a completely different team, different players. The scoring is just not there anymore with this team. There's just so much running the ball and defense you can do when the Vikings just hit a couple home runs, and then what are you going to do? I think this is a bounce back for the Vikings. I know history is against the Vikings, but I definitely do like the Vikings in that one. Vikings -3 at home. I like that one too. But these are the rest of the Sunday games. Let's get into this. Couple quarterback changes this week. Panthers, Baker Mayfield out, Darnold in. Jets, I think overreacted. Wilson, I mean, I get it. The guy only put up 3 points, and they Patriots only put up 3 points. They lost on a punt return. Wilson definitely sold out his defense. Jets defense is definitely real. The under, people are all over the under in that one. But Zach Wilson out. Mike White. I remember Mike White. I remember that guy because last season he definitely blew up my ticket when it was Bengals versus Jets. And I think, backup quarterback, let's go. And Mike White had a career day. I think he threw for like 400 plus yards. So we will see. But Mike White will be starting for the Jets this week. Zach Wilson out. I think, once again, I think they're overreacted. I mean, you knew what you had with Wilson. He's not like a top guy anyway, but, he has been winning games. He didn't look good, put up 3 points. He benched him. I don't agree with that, but hey, I'm not the head coach. Also, Texans, Mills out. He's been stinking up the place, losing a lot of games. Once again, Texans are the worst team in the NFL, in my opinion. Mills is out. Kyle Allen will be the quarterback. We also have some maybes. Stafford, he might sit, which he should sit. 49ers, I think just call it quits. And, you won a Super Bowl last season. You went all in. But this season you stink. Injuries everywhere. Offensive line. Can't run the ball. Cooper Kupp is hurt. No wide receiver core. Stafford is banged up. There's really no reason to play him. Try and get a higher draft pick. Just at this point, I think just mail it in. You're in no danger of making any noise in the playoffs or even making the playoffs for that instance. But Stafford, he may sit for Bryce Perkins. Bears, Justin Fields also injury to his shoulder, non-throwing shoulder. Trevor Siemian might get the start. Trevor Siemian, I do know about him. He is a terrible, terrible quarterback. He's a terrible quarterback, Trevor Siemian. Saw him play, just can't put up points, just, backup, third string kind of caliber guy. Probably shouldn't even be in the league. But those are the quarterback changes for this week. So Darnold's in on that Broncos game, Broncos-Panthers, and everyone's all over the under on this. Everyone is all over Broncos-Panthers under. Right now, the under's sitting at 36. All the money's coming in for that under. It's the lowest total of the week also at 36. And in the last 3 years, with a total of 38 or under, the under is 8-2 against the spread. So I'm liking the under in that one. Just Darnold's going to be quarterback, just not a lot of points. Broncos, defensive team. Panthers, just not looking good. This is just a game that doesn't have a lot of points, but everyone is all over the Broncos in that one. I don't know who wins that game, but the Broncos always finds a way to lose. Maybe you take the Panthers there. I don't know what's going on with Russ, man. He's just looking bad. Just looking bad. But everyone's all over the under in that game. And I also like the Ravens against the Jags. I know the Ravens didn't look good against the Panthers, but guess what, man? They won. They still won that game. Low-scoring game. Panthers plus the points last week did cover. I think it was, what, a 12-point spread. I think they won by 11. I think what was the score? I think 12 or 13 points. But I like the Ravens. Lamar Jackson, he had like a stomach bug or something last week. Maybe that was, the lack of production with the points last week. But also the Jags. The Jags are 3-7. They find a way to lose games. Mind you, at the same time, you can say, yeah, but the Ravens also blown a bunch of double-digit leads, which they have. They definitely have. But give me a team that always finds a way to lose. The Ravens last week, in a close one, they found a way to win. I like the Ravens in that one. And the rest of the games here, let me just get right into some of the tickets then. I'm going to get into a few of the other games, but let me just show you the first ticket that I got. So I just did for the Thanksgiving Day game, 120. This is Lions and Giants. Give me the points. Once again, that's a lot of points. Not risking a lot. $1.20. Giants plus 10.5. Lions plus 10 in that one for Thanksgiving. I really like that ticket. And the next one, I did a teaser. So I'm just going to tease Broncos Panthers just to be safe. Like I said, everyone's all over these unders. But I'm going to take the Broncos Panthers under 43. The Falcons. I know the Commanders. Hey, the Commanders have been doing their thing. The Commanders won me a lot of money last week. Commanders are winning. But also the Falcons, they find a way to win also. They squeaked one out against the Bears. And listen, they can move the ball. They moved the ball pretty quick. They were scoring up and down the field against the Bears last week. Mariota, I mean, he's hitting guys. They have a strong run game from the Falcons. Commanders, they're playing very, very well. I cannot knock the Commanders right now. The whole NFC East as a total is looking stacked between Giants, Cowboys. Commanders are coming up there. The Eagles, of course. NFC East is doing their thing. But at the same time, Falcons plus 11. They've, even at the beginning of the season, they started 8-0 against the spread. The Falcons are kind of like the Lions to me. They play every single team tough, very hard to blow out. I know the Commanders are loving Heineke. They're playing better, but plus 11 with the Falcons, I think is money all day long. Really love the Falcons plus 11 if you have a teaser and you want to put that in. And also we got the Buccaneers. Buccaneers are coming off a bye. Buccaneers are rested. Buccaneers are coming off of a win. Now, is this the time where Tom Brady's Tom Brady and starts winning games again and starts going that playoff run, and maybe they've battled their demons and fixed some of their issues against the Cleveland Browns? I think so. Teasing the Bucs a plus 3.5. I really do think so. Arrested Brady, have time to study that team. Cleveland, once again, finding ways to lose, just losing games, and also Jacoby Brissett, he's worrying about he's splitting reps right now with Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson's about to come back, so he's not even getting the full reps every single week. On top of that, he knows he's about to sit the bench soon. So it's just the dynamic of the Browns right now, I think, is just off. When you got Tom Brady coming into town, I love these two to tease. The Bucs, I think, is starting to make that run, to start winning more games and going to the playoffs. So right now, they are, leading that division. The Falcons are right behind them. Mind you, the Falcons are only a half game back of first place in that division. So I think both of these two teams are definitely going to be motivated, in November. It's getting close to that playoff picture, and games are running out now. So all these wins matter. And of course, everyone also, another under, Jets Bears. Zach Wilson's getting benched. Jets defense is real. Jets defense is the best thing about the Jets right now, is their defense. I mean, they held the Patriots, like I said, to 3 points. So unders all day. Bears, who knows? Right now it's up in the air with Justin Fields with his injury. So, 45.5, I definitely love that under. But these are my two tickets so far. That's my Thanksgiving Day ticket right there. And I have one more that I'm going to show you. Went against the grain. All signs says take the Patriots, but in this one, I really truly believe that it's just a new day for the Vikings, different team. I think they can outscore the Patriots defense in this one. Taking that 2.5 on Thanksgiving Day. And then all I need is the Ravens after that. Ravens against the Jags. I mean, at the end of the day, the Ravens are better than the Jaguars. I think the Ravens hasn't played their best football this season yet. Not even close to it, but definitely a winnable ticket. Vikings, if that one hits, I just need one game. I just need the Ravens there. But the Vikings, 2.5. They got handled. I think they bounce back. It's a short week. I think they bounce back. I just think that, they just use too much energy against the Bills. But these, so far, are my 3 tickets. Not sure. I may put in another one so far, but these are all the games. I'm not touching the Packers, Eagles. My Eagles, they won but didn't cover. Still not certain about their run defense. The Colts, they were able to run on the Eagles pretty good, and I just think maybe the Packers can do the same thing. That 7 kind of scares me. I think the Eagles win. I'm just not certain about the 7. I'm not touching that. Niners are killing it right now. Adding Christian McCaffrey definitely helped the Niners. Their offense looks better, more options, more weapons. Niners are going to be deadly in the playoffs. Watch out for them. I believe Niners do win that game as well. They should cover that 8.5, but didn't put any money on it just because these high spreads, you just don't know. And I'm looking at this. I'm thinking about teasing the Rams to like plus 22. It's tough to blow out teams in the NFL, and it's just easy to say, oh, Chiefs, minus 15, take the Chiefs. Rams are injured all over there. Stafford may not even play, but Stafford, he might play. And also, you still got guys like Ramsey, out there. Who knows? Someone can make a play, some fumbles. But I'm thinking about teasing the Rams up to like plus 22. So I'm not certain yet I might do that. But I'm looking at the Rams and the Niners. Definitely looking at the Rams and the Niners. And also the Seahawks. Raiders, yeah, they got to win. Raiders got to win. But the Raiders, I'm not convinced. Raiders are bad. Seahawks are coming off a bye. Seahawks are home. Seahawks are rested. I'm looking at the Seahawks as well. Did not take any action yet, but I do like the Niners. I do like the Rams, and I do like the Seahawks with the points so far. This is week 12. Guys, let me know once again, what are your bets? Good luck to everyone this week. Happy holidays. Happy Thanksgiving. Everyone be safe out there, and I hope we win some money. Please like and subscribe.